Donald Trump is interviewed by Candace Owens. Donald Trump keeps contradicting Candace Owens, and Candace Owens is doing her absolute best to keep the narrative going while dealing with Trump and him flip-flopping her narrative that they have set up in order to feed their base. Here's part of it.
Terms of big pharma, which is a huge topic on the minds of mothers, especially. You're seeing what's happening at these school board meetings. Where do you stand on these vaccine mandates? And obviously, I know that you are pro-vaccine. Obviously, you did everything you could to get this vaccine out. I know where you stand on the vaccine.
It was one of the greatest achievements. We did it in less than 9 months.
To be able to do that, but now it's taken a twist, right? It's gotten, now we went from this is a good thing and people should have this option to military men, you're going to have to resign because you're not getting this vaccine. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I stand on forget about the mandates, that people have to have their freedom, but at the same time, the vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. We would have had in 1917, remember the Spanish flu, killed perhaps 100 million people. Actually, it ended the First World War because the soldiers were so, a lot of people don't know that. The soldiers got so sick, it was a terrible thing. There was no vaccines, there was no anything. I came up with a vaccine, with 3 vaccines, all are very, very good. Came up with 3 of them in less than 9 months. It was supposed to take 5 to 12 years.
I'm sorry, but to hear Trump say, I came up with not 1 vaccine, but 3 vaccines. I did that. It took me about what 5 months. It would have taken 5 to 12 years. But I came up with 1, 2, 3 whole vaccines. Greatest thing I've ever done. The interview gets even weirder than that. And let me say this. Yes, his hair is that weird in this interview. There's more.
And yet more people have died under COVID this year, by the way, under Joe Biden than under you. And more people took the vaccine this year. So people are questioning how.
Well, no, the vaccine worked, but some people aren't taking it. The ones that get very sick and go to the hospital are the ones that don't take the vaccine. But it's still their choice. And if you take the vaccine, you're protected. Look, the results of the vaccine are very good. And if you do get it, it's a very minor form. People aren't dying when they take the vaccine.
Okay, now remember, Candace Owens is trying to ask a leading question about the effectiveness of the vaccine. She wants him to basically say, yes, the vaccine is not effective at all. Why are people taking the vaccine? He's, oh, no, vaccine very effective. It's actually true. It's true. I mean, damn, Donald Trump can actually tell the truth. It's possible. She's trying to go in a different direction. She said some things that were factually inaccurate. First of all, the COVID death rates. I did the research on this because this has been touted by many. If you start calculating from January 21st, after the inauguration of Joe Biden until December 19th, okay, you will see clearly that Trump's death toll far outpaces Biden's death toll. If you do a year-to-year comparison, it is different. But administration to administration comparison, Trump leads the death toll. Clear, precise, easily to find. Easy to find. All right, third video. The contradictions get even deeper. Here it is.
They take the vaccine.
What about the masking of children? That's a big one for moms right now.
I think it's a terrible thing.
That flies in the face of science. The kids have a virtual 0% chance of dying of COVID, and yet they're insisting on these vaccine mandates. I mean, I'm sorry, on these masking mandates, and now even the vaccine mandates for small children. And what's going on there?
I think what's happening is you look at the masks where Fauci and a lot of other people said masks don't mean anything. All of a sudden he becomes a radical masker.
Crazy.
I don't like to see the kids with the masks on. They're sitting in school. They have a hard enough time sitting in school.
Looks like China. I've been to China.
Well, and yet China's education system's a hell of a lot better than ours. You know what? They're rated number 2 or 3 and we're rated number 44.
But masking children, I mean,
it's bad.
The way it looks, right? It doesn't look like a free country.
I'm against it.
I'm against it. Looks like China. Well, actually, China's doing really great, by the way. Better than us. Why did she do this interview? We found out today that she got a bunch of money from Trump to her, one of her organizations, and obviously he was purchasing the interview. He purchased this interview because of his comments about him getting the booster shot on the tour with Bill O'Reilly called the Has Been Tour. And during the Has Been Tour, he admitted that he got the booster shot, and immediately people in the audience started booing him. So it is what it is. Senator, have you seen an interview like this before with the president, a former president of the United States?
Nah, I mean, Mr. Trump takes it all to a whole nother level. Memo: Trump will out-Trump you every single time. Okay, that's the memo. Don't mess with the man.
I think I've cracked the code. All right, I think here's how it works. Trump is a contrarian. So if you lie to him, he may tell the truth. If you tell the truth, he's going to lie. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this code out here. It's ridiculous.
But I think he's seeing an angle where, to take credit for getting the vaccine out there might be good for his image. So he doing this thing. Anytime you turn against your own vice president, knowing that folks is out to lynch the man, nobody else has a chance, okay?
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I'm with you on that. I know for sure that he's trying to pivot in a way to make him more appealing to a general election standard. He has the Republican primary sold up, but really when you calculate that in a general election standard, you're at 28%. All right, you can't win with 28%. You got to take credit somewhere with some kind of mainstream item, and that's what he's doing.